Let's do this. Let's learn some Torah. Let's move forward into today with renewed passion and a determined joy, a choice to live, a choice to experience joy. There's a lot that we could talk about, so let me see if I can make this a little bit linear, based just a little bit in this parsha. And it's going to sound like it's coming from far afield, but I believe in so many ways it speaks to us today. And let me say hello back to my Rebbe, Evan Schultz. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome, welcome. And Deborah, so much love to you. Okay. Parshat Emor, the Torah reading we're going to read this Shabbat, begins with the rules that a priest, a Kohen, must observe because they are supposed to be most intimate with God. And part of that, in the biblical sense, and also in our way of understanding holiness, is to make sure that your conduct and your status is unblemished, unimpeachable. In the ancient world, part of that was making sure to refrain from being in contact with someone who had died, with a body, because a priest was called to be closest to the source of life and death, certainly on a continuum, but in terms of the ancient way of looking at things, we're not supposed to connect. We can have a conversation about that in more depth another time. But what I want to point to is that there was an exception to the rule. The Kohen was called to take care of someone who had died when it is their family, their closest family. How important it is for us to understand that even a priest, even in the times of the Torah, was supposed to make sure that when their family was in need and no one else could care for them, that it was a mitzvah to do what was necessary. That is who we are today, who we've always been. We are called to be present with our family, to show up in every way necessary, even in ways that might feel unconventional. And so the work that we do, certainly as UJA and beyond, is all about following the Torah's guidance, that family is the biggest mitzvah. Taking care of our family is the biggest mitzvah. And we have, as part of the global Jewish family, been part of the rebirth of our very people. 76 years ago, the State of Israel was founded, today on the Jewish calendar. An Erev Shabbat, Friday evening, in Tel Aviv, representatives of our people gathered together, and they had to make sure that no one knew where they were gathering until the very last minute, because the announcement of the state was under threat too. Well, we announced our state, and we created our new home, and we battled all of the surrounding nations that, as soon as we announced our independence, went to war against us, saying, "You may not be." And we said, "We will be." The rallying call has always been Am Yisrael Chai. We fight for our people. We live in the face of it all. We have been reborn countless times, but we never died. We are here. We are alive, and we take care of our family. So I know that today is a much more complicated Yom Ha'atzma'ut than you might, or I certainly have ever experienced. But I'll be damned if I let anyone take away our joy at what we have accomplished at such great cost. Yes, we are an imperfect nation in formation, but we are only 76 years old, and we're doing our best against incredible, incredible challenges. Things that I have to acknowledge as evil around us. With growing anti Semitism in the United States and around the world, and with the very real massacre of our people just 7 months and a few days ago. Here we are, ready to turn the lights back on, to show up and to celebrate and to say Chag Sameach. There's a wonderful book that I've been teaching recently by Elie Wiesel called A Jew Today. If you don't have it, I recommend it very highly. Again, A Jew Today. I don't get any commission from the family. Um, it was printed in 1978 and includes excerpts from his personal diary, in addition to some of the public essays that he had written at that time. And in it, he talked about how in Jewish history, in dark moments of Jewish history, the enemies of the Jews, and he's pointing to the Nazis most of all, but also the Cossacks in Russia, the USSR at the time, would always choose Jewish holidays to attack because they thought they could turn Jewish history against the Jewish people. Yom Ha'atzma'ut is us saying that doesn't work. We will make time sacred. We will sanctify time and not forget. and not allow anyone to redefine even Simchat Torah this coming year, because Am Yisrael Chai, we are alive. I want to share with you just a little bit from an essay that Elie Wiesel wrote. This is called To a Brother in Israel. Just listen to what he wrote in 1978. The past teaches us that to live through an event is not enough. One must also take part in it. Nor is it enough to acquire an experience. One must also deserve it. The past teaches us so much. Nothing is so bad or so harmful as to live through historical events as a bystander, without being marked by them. Why was there thunder and lightning at Sinai? Because, says the Midrash, there were even then Jews who were asleep, and it was necessary to shake them in order to open their eyes. Let us open ours, he writes, my Israeli brother. As a diaspora Jew, I live the life and the destiny of Jerusalem. And I should like you to understand us. We are responsible for one another. You do not deny it. And so, friends, I'm asking for you to do our best, wherever you are, be it Venezuela today, or Paris today, or Australia today, where some of us are. The power of this moment is to recognize exactly what one of our greatest teachers of all Jewish history taught us, which is that we must understand each other and know that we are sisters and brothers. In these extraordinary times, Wiesel writes, our generation is at once the most blessed and most cursed of all. Some 30 years ago, he writes, Jewish heroes wept every time a courier brought them a weapon. Today, strategists marvel at the Jewish army's military genius. 50 years ago, nobody imagined that Russian Judaism could survive communist dictatorship. Today, we are witnessing its rebirth. He writes, one generation after the Shoah. A generation ago, we discovered the ruins of the world and the dark side of God. Today, it is on them that we are building the future of Jewish history. The cost of our freedom is far too high. But oh my, to be free. We sing our national anthem, Liyot Am Chovshi Be'artzenu, to be a free people in our own land. It's not, we are already everything that we need to be. It's we are committed, standing on the shoulders of all of our ancestors, holding dear the memory of all those whom we've lost. We are committed to being part of the birth over and over of our family, to being part of the life force of our family, and marking this day as sacred and joyful. Joyful. What a gift it is to be alive. What a gift it is to be a Jew. What a gift it is to be part of Am Yisrael. We will never, ever, ever shrink from our responsibilities to the larger world. We should never be so proud of ourselves that we think we get everything right. We don't. But we showed up again on the stage of history. We are part of the community of nations. What a privilege it is to get to do this work and try to do it better. What a gift it is to be alive. Years and years ago, friends, Naomi Shemer, the great Israeli lyricist, wrote this very important song. It's been sung by many, many people. On the honey and on the thorns. This is Al Kol Ela. I want to sing this song with all of us. Now, if you don't know it, boy, I hope you can learn it. I'm going to sing this with the staff of UJ a little bit later today. I asked one of them to post a link. Oh, thank you for doing it. I see it now. So that all of you can know this song. I'm going to read you the English translation. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Every bee that brings the honey needs a sting to be complete, and we all must learn to taste the bitter and the sweet. Keep, O Lord, the fire burning through the night and through the day for the one who is returning from so far away. Al Kol Ela, for it all, upon it all, please, my good God, protect on the honey and on the thorn, on the bitter and on the sweet. Don't tear up what has been planted. Don't forget the tikva, the hope. Come back to me, and I will return to the good land. If you know it, wherever you are, I hope you'll sing with me. And yes, with tears this year, but with fire too. Al hadvash ve'al ha'oketz, al hamar ve'hamatok, al biteinu hatinoket, shmoren li hatov, al ha'esh hamevoeret, al hamayim hazakim, al ha'ish ashav habayta min hamerchakim, al kol leileh, al kol leileh, shmor na li eli hatov, al hadvash ve'al ha'oketz, al hamar ve'hamatok, al nata, al kol natua, אל תשכח את התקווה, השיבני ואשובה אל הארץ הטובה. Here's the second verse translated. Save our home that we live in. The small fences, the wall, from warlike thunder, please God, save them all. Save us all from war. Guard the little that I have on the light and on my children, on fruit that has yet to ripen and that's been gathered. Shmor li al ze habayit, al hagan al hachoma, miagod mipachad peta, umimilchama. Shmor al ha-me'at sheyesh li, al ha'or ve'al ha'taf, על הפרי שלו הבשילו ושנאסף, על כל אלה, על כל אלה, שמור נא לי, אלי הטוב, על הדבש ועל העוקץ, על המר והמתוק, על נטע הכל נטוע, אל תשכח את התקווה, השיבני ואשובה אל הארץ הטובה. Final verse. The wind blows through the rustling night. From the distance, I can still see a star. The deepest dreams, the yearnings of my heart when it's dark, please let them be heard now. Please, God, protect all of these and those I love on the quiet, even the tears, but especially the song. מרשרש אילן ברוח, מרחוק נושר כוכב, משאלות ליבי בחושך נרשמות עכשיו. אנא שמור לי על כל אלה, ועל אהובי נפשי, על השקט, על הבכי, ועל זה השיר, על כל אלה, על כל אלה, שמור נא לי, אלי הטוב, על הדבש ועל העוקץ, על המר והמתוק, על נטע הקור נטוע, אל תשכח את התקווה, השיבני ואשובה אל הארץ הטובה. We will sing through these tears and we will celebrate. You want to know the image I want to leave us with before we sing Hatikva? This gorgeous image, friends. I saw it this morning and I burst into tears, joyful, proud, grateful tears. A young man who I had the pleasure of meeting just last week at the Nova exhibit here in New York City. A young man whose Instagram handle is Artifacts, F-E-X, Artifacts. His name is Yarin Ilovich. He was the DJ at the Nova Festival that morning at 6:29, spinning his tracks right when the attack began. This morning, I went to his Instagram post to see what was he going to post for Yom Ha'atzma'ut this year, for Israel's 76th birthday. You know what he shared? He was playing tracks outdoors under a tent and dancing. Our children and our artists and our adults and our grandparents are so beautiful. Yisrael is beautiful. And yes, tears this year. And yes, we are beautiful this year. We are strong this year. We are alive this year. Happy birthday, Medinat Yisrael. Happy birthday, the state of Israel. Yisrael Chai. We can dance. We can dance. What a gift it is to be alive. What a gift it is to be a Jew. What hard work it can be, but what blessing. These tears are history speaking through my eyes, just as it speaks through yours. We sing. We dance. We never stop. Happy 76th birthday, Israel. Let's sing Hatikva. Let's pray for our children and our grandparents. Let's be whole again. Kolon balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefate mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia od lo avda tikvatenu התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים. Bless you all, my friends. Am Yisrael Chai. Bring them home now. Yom Ha'atzma'ut Sameach, Chag Sameach, everyone. See you tomorrow.